Queen Naomi was said to be in shock over what Olori Sekinat, Oba Elegushi's wife, told her concerning returning back to the palace. We do know that this Oba Elegushi wife, Olori Sekinat, she loves Queen Naomi, and she is not happy with what is going on in the palace right now. What the women are doing, the Olories. As a matter of fact, they said she hates Mariam so much over what is happening, and she have been advising Queen Naomi. But this time around, they said the way she talked to Queen Naomi about her return to the palace, Queen Naomi did not kind of like it. But truth to be told, from what we heard, they said Olori Sekinat reached out to Queen Naomi and told her that, look, oh, you see this thing that you are doing right now, that she is no longer happy with your decision. That the reason why all of these women are there is because you are outside here. You have given them the authority to take over your home. That you should know that marrying a king is not a child's play. Marrying a king is not a child's play, especially an African king. And we do know that women will be flocking themselves around him. They said, Sekinat told Queen Naomi that, look, oh, do you think her own marriage is perfect? That there is no perfect marriage anywhere? Or don't you know that her husband married another person? When that one is still going on, he went ahead to impregnate another woman. They said another woman also have a child for Oba Elegushi. But the wife said, the Sekinat said to Queen Naomi that she knows very well that her husband, Oba Elegushi, loves her so much, that she is not going to leave her because of all of these mistakes in his life. That one thing that she should know about marriage is when things like this started coming, you remember the good times and stay back. That if left for her, she shouldn't have advised you to leave the palace at first, because it's because you left the palace that is why the women were able to enter. You know that those women, they have been in the life of the king. Some of them have been in his life even before he married you. So that you leave them to go and enter your marriage and even take away your marriage from you is childish play. And at this point, if you are going to tell yourself the truth, you will know that you are not happy because you are outside. That the best thing for you to do is take over your home. Do not be afraid of anything. You see all these women, that all this jazz they are doing, it is not effective, and it's not going to be effective as long as you are a prayerful wife. That the only thing you have given them the power the way she doesn't like. That the best thing for you to do now is to return back to that palace. Return back to the palace and take your position. That you shouldn't allow the enemies to take away the crown God have given to you, just because you are running away from your husband's mistakes. That there is no husband without mistake. There is no marriage without issues. And marrying an Oba, marrying a king, is another business on its own. That the best thing for you to do is to return back. And you should know that these women, they don't love the king. The reason some of them enter that palace through jazz and all of that, yes, and they don't care if the king is happy or not. The main reason they said Oba Elegushi's wife started telling the king is this, telling Queen Naomi all of this, is when she found out that they said the king is having series of illness, from high blood pressure to this to that. They said she told Queen Naomi that, look, oh, if anything happens to Ooni of Ife, that you and Prince Tadenikawo will be the ones to lose. You see all these end-time Olories in the palace, they are not going to lose anything. Instead, they will gain more. Because the moment anything happens, they will grab everything, even before you know it. And that is one thing Ooni of Ife have found out. And that's why you see him trying to invest in Tadenikawo's name. Because the king is very smart. And he have found out that all these old cargoes in his life, They don't care about his happiness. They don't care if he lives or not. They don't care about anything that concerns him. All they care is what they will gain in that marriage. And that is what Olori Sekinat is telling Queen Naomi, that look, oh, these women, if you allow them by your husband, now you go they lose. If you allow them by your son's father, now you lose. So you better go back to the palace. They said she also told Queen Naomi's mom, because it be like say when she went to meet with Queen Naomi, the mother was there too. She told Queen Naomi's mom that at this point that you should be encouraging Queen Naomi to go back to the palace, that she shouldn't be afraid of anything. Because they said the mother told Olori Sekinat that a date had been fixed for her to return back to the palace, and by then that the Olories will leave the palace, that it's not as if they are afraid of it, but it's because of Prince Tadenikawa and all of that. And they said Sekinat told Queen Naomi's mother that look, whether this woman leave before that 2nd June or not, that you should tell your daughter to return back to her marriage. That she is very lucky because the king loves her so much. And the king have been begging and be begging and be begging. And he have gotten to a point that he might not beg again. So in order not to destroy all the efforts they have made so far, that it is better that Queen Naomi returns back to the palace, whether the women are there or not, because Queen Naomi and Ooni of Ife are still husband and wife, and the king will never ever let Queen Naomi go. And it is not even good, no one is even advising her to go, that the best thing to do is for her to go and take up her crown before all these other women destroys it. So my people, I don't know what to think about this story. I don't know if you are encouraging Queen Naomi to return back to the palace even when the women are there or not. Because Oba Elegushi is telling, Olegushi's wife is telling her that as long as you are a prayer warrior, that the moment you enter there and start praying, all their jars will be ineffective. And all of them that are doing one thing or the other against you spiritually, that they will start losing their powers. I don't know what to think about it. Whatever you think, please share with us on the comment section, okay? And don't forget that they are all alleged information, because I do not live in the palace. Always bear that in mind. I don't know. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload a new content. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Please, I beg you, always give this video a thumbs up, okay? Because by so doing, you'll be setting me up for recommendation. I really appreciate you. You guys are trying. My God will bless all of you one after the other, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye. Love you guys.